What's going on? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network, live here on YouTube and Twitch. We are also on X. This is our weekly Ask Me Anything session. If you have fantasy football questions, you have betting questions, anything revolving the world of football or the NFL, this is definitely the place for us to be able to talk about it, get it out. Let me know, how I can be of assistance and how I can help. Just live on TikTok, answer some questions over there about 30-ish, 40-ish minutes ago. We had a great time over there. So make sure you guys give us a follow over there. Rumboyz Fantasy Network. If you search Rumboyz, you can literally find us everywhere. We've been making content so damn long that like the algorithm knows us, like Google knows us, like we're good. We're good. What up, Daniel? What up? What up? What up? Nasty work, A Rich or Knicks, single QB, obviously. Yeah, that is nasty work. The matchups this week, the NFL did really, really well matchmaking, I'll say. Because it doesn't look like we're gonna necessarily have like any one particular game be a blowout. I mean, maybe Washington, against Carolina, maybe Buffalo against Tennessee. But for the most part, we're looking at some close games, right? When we're talking about A-Rich, when we're talking about, just that whole Broncos-Saints game as a whole, whether or not to start Bo Nix, I don't want us going behind the 8 ball on a Thursday night. So I'm treating tomorrow night's game with I'm not starting anyone caution sign. I won't be starting any Broncos. I won't be starting any Saints tomorrow, unless, of course, it's a do or die situation. But for the most part, I mean, yeah, like if I have Alvin Kamara, yeah, Kamara's going to be out there. The Saints side of things look very different and very murky without, a Chris Olave. I mean, yeah, Rashid Shaheed, you're probably going to throw him out there just because he's Rashid Shaheed and you're hoping that he can bust one open. But Spencer Rattler, let's keep in mind, did throw 2 picks last week. I mean, look decent, even, despite the 2 picks. Doesn't throw the 2 picks. We're probably talking about Spencer Rattler in a little bit of a different breath. So tomorrow's game, I'm avoiding. I want you to start A-Rich. What up, Aiden? What's good? What's good? What is good, bro? What is the value on CMC? I have them and people are inquiring. CMC is CMC. At the end of the day, you're not going to be able to move them until basically end of October, beginning of November. Right now, you're going to have to, hang on to them a little bit longer. But CMC right now, maybe you can bring over like Joe Mixon and Chase Brown. Maybe you get like 2 running backs for the price of 1. You might be able to get away. You're not getting Monty or Jahmyr Gibbs for CMC at this rate. We don't know what CMC is going to look like when he comes back. We don't know how he's going to be utilized. We hope that they just go right back like, oh, CMC's here. All right, let's go ahead and go on our playoff push. If you're 5-1 at this point, we're almost damn near in November, getting close to November. You might as well just hang on to CMC and go for your playoff push. But you might be able to bring over a package. You might be able to bring in like Josh Jacobs and Pollard, or DeAndre Swift and a Chan. Because people aren't sure how Miami's going to look when they come back. Like those are things you could probably be looking at. You could be looking at like a Breece Hall and maybe Austin Eckler, Breece Hall and maybe a Kareem Hunt like type of package. Bud means TD tomorrow. We'll see. That even though there's going to be no Patrick Surtain tomorrow night, I do think that the Broncos will still find ways to keep things close. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Shaheed, Olave and Shaheed out. So that's right. Fuck, Aiden, shut up. Shit, fucking as much as I've been covering today. But yes, it is a meniscus tear for Shaheed. That is correct. That did come out about like that came out earlier today. Came out earlier today. Season in question. Lad or Cooper? It's Amari. Amari's to the moon in my eyes right now. Um, maybe, maybe potentially. Uh, Cooper could have like a little bit of like off week, but like if I'm Buffalo, I'm like, yo, suit up, son. We're about to show off and debut our new weapon. Because they can install some easy quick packages to get Cooper going. For me, it's gonna be Amari. Yeah, I did see um what Jerry did yesterday. Jerry Jones is absolutely despicable for that, to try and threaten a man's job and livelihood and well-being as to how he feeds his family um, is absolutely insane and preposterous for Jerry. Jerry, just because you're a billionaire, just because you own the team, does not mean that you are beyond approach. Does not mean that you are beyond criticism. If anything, you should be heavily scrutinized and you should be heavily criticized. You're right. One of the dumbest things you did was brought by the Dallas Cowboys. So let's see here. Drake May underwent an MRI after practice today, so definitely something to look for. That could be putting Jacoby Brissett maybe back in position. We'll see what happens with that. Definitely something to take a look at. Definitely something to take a look at. For those of you in deep leagues that are possibly wondering, hey, do I start, Drake May, or if you're dealing with Caleb Williams or Dak on by, and May might have been your backup, more than likely not, hopefully. You see how these Jefferson lines are, bro. 92.5 yards. Yeah, I mean, he's Justin Jefferson. You kind of gotta expect it. At this point, we have enough data, throughout the season to kind of justify that. They're going up against the Detroit Lions. That is going to be a shootout. It is going to be a divisional game. I do not expect much defense, especially with the unfortunate and untimely, loss of Aiden Hutchinson to that defensive side of things. You're not going to be able to. You're going to have maybe a little bit more time than what you would have, maybe an extra second or two than what you would have if you're Sam Darnold. So, yeah, Justin Jefferson's something to look out for. If I get like 100-yard day and 2 TDs out of Jettis this weekend, oh my gosh, I'd love it. I'd love it. Don't diss Bud Memes or I get aggressive. Bud Memes needs to show and utilize this time to make people talk about him. To be completely honest, that's just being completely honest. This is you with the whole CH thing all over again. It's cool. Don't let your love for a player and the decisions that you make in fantasy convolute each other. If you want to run out there and you want to play Bub Memes, over some of the other talent that you already have there's probably going to be more consistent for you, then by any means go ahead and you play Bub Memes. But your one game in the NFL, buddy, is not it. I need more than just one game. No. I can't stop laughing, man. He's getting mad, and he's getting mad at the host that's asking the hard questions. It wasn't even a hard question. It's just that it's a question that holds Jerry accountable, and Jerry doesn't like to be held accountable. Yeah, that Lions Vikings game is definitely going to be a shootout. Hutchinson accounted for 55% of the team's pressures. What up, Jacob? A guy offered me Adams for Garrett Wilson, for for Garrett Wilson 1-for-1, I gotta take it, right? Oh yeah, if you're getting Garrett or if you're getting Adams, absolutely. Adams is going to be the one in that offense. Garrett Wilson was over the last 2 weeks, what they, at 20, 23 targets. They started getting him more involved. But Lazard is still there. Lazard was still eating. So that Wilson's value, hands down, is affected by Devontae Adams being there. Hands down. If that dude wants to be optimistic that Adams being there is going to open up Wilson more, which it will. But Adams, hands down, is going to be the one that you want there. Is it a bad trade, bro? I sent Garrett Wilson, Brian Thomas Jr., and Laporta for Jefferson and Goddard. You got Jefferson and Goddard. You're solid. You're good, dude. You got Jefferson and Goddard. Like what? We're not worried. We're not even tripping. We're not even tripping. I traded Flowers for Neighbors. What do you think? I love that you got Neighbors out of that deal. The fact that person took Zay Flowers and gave away Malik Neighbors is crazy. Is crazy. Austin, can I join your league? Says Aiden, right? Like that's right. That's a fleece, bro. That you fleeced them. You straight up fleeced them. Bad man sings. It's like Bomba Clot, right? Like, yo, that's a crazy trade. LOL, I traded Josh Downs and Marvin Harrison as well, or Josh Downs for Marvin Harrison as well. How do you feel? I like it. I do like it because the talent that Marvin Harrison is definitely more talented than Josh Downs. The only problem that I have with it is should the Colts choose. Like if Anthony Richardson goes out there and stinks it up this week, I can 100% guarantee the Colts are going to be like, yeah, you know what? Joe Flacco go out there rest of the season and tear it up. But, like if Anthony Richardson loses to the Dolphins with a backup, then the Colts are going to start Joe Flacco, which means Joshua Downs to the moon, Alec Pierce to the moon. Like that. Those Colts receivers automatically get value, but Marvin Harrison over Josh Downs every single day. Every single day. Damn. Austin, do these people watch football asking for a friend? I'm dead. I'm dead. Yeah, those are some crazy trades to pull off, buddy. I mean, but hey, good on you. I love that for you. I love seeing that. I love hearing that. Because those are moves that, hey, if they're not sharp on them, you gotta take advantage. I mean, you gotta remember, even in the NFL, not every GM is the brightest tool in the shed. I mean, look at what the Browns just did, giving up Amari Cooper. And then the fact that the Browns were like, we didn't realize that we were going to have this type of value for Amari Cooper even available. Like, you're kidding. He's one of the best damn route technicians in the NFL. Like, there was definitely going to be value. Jacoby Myers did not practice today. Does that become does it make it now more of like a Trey Tucker weekend? Cooper Kupp is trending towards being back. Did individual split receivers, didn't fully practice, but he was a limited. He logged a limited. So those of you that have Cooper Kupp, get ready. Because then also after that, a week or two after that, you also get Puka Nacua back here very shortly. Yeah, Kupp is going to be playing. Cup is going to be playing. Or you talk about one of the other injuries that I brought up. Are you talking about Jacoby? Perfect game to come back versus the Raiders. Yeah, for Cup. Yeah. Because y'all don't have y'all's defense is going to be out there and probably going to be winded, to be honest. Dallas has allowed 119 points at home through 3 games. In 2023, they only allowed 127 through 8 games at home. That's crazy. Most drops in the NFL this so far this season. Darius Slayton with 7, Amari Cooper with 6, Allen Lazard with 6, George Pickens with 5. Amari Cooper's drops aren't Amari Cooper's fault. He had Deshaun Watson throwing him the fucking ball. I'd drop passes too if I was getting hospital passes for freaking 6-7 games. Allen Lazard always has drops. That's not an issue. That's not a thing. And George Pickens has drop issues because he tries to create highlight catches 24/7. If George Pickens focused on catching with both hands, he wouldn't have that issues. Glad it's the Cowboys bye week. It's embarrassing, Robbie. Jerry is the man to blame. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I offered some kid BTJ and Mooney for Cooper and Deontay. Kid said it's the worst trade he's ever seen. Wait, what? BTJ and Mooney? You're crazy for giving up those 2 pieces. I mean, I like Cooper's value. I don't like it enough to give up Mooney right now. He's crazy for not taking that trade. Oh, he's so crazy for not taking that trade. Clip me saying this, pointing at your comment, and send it to that person. He's crazy for not taking that. That's insane. Oh my gosh. Jerry thinks it's rocket science that magically the team will be better. Jerry keeps trying to reproduce the same damn team with the same damn roster and hasn't made any damn moves. That's Jerry's problem. Made like little tweaks here and there, but it's all it is, just carbon copies of the same damn Dallas Cowboys since what, 2012? Chandler over Madison, right? If Aaron Jones is out, yes, because I don't think that even Kevin O'Connell has like this crazy like weird affinity for Cam Akers. But even with that, like I think that they'll 100% be running Ty Chandler in the absence of Aaron Jones. Should it be Aaron Jones out? With that being said, yeah, I'm running Chandler over Madison just because I don't trust that Raiders backfield in and out, week in and week out. I just don't. Now, what I can give Alexander Madison credit for is he's been more reliable than what Zamir White's been in fantasy. So this is something to attribute to the Raiders backfield. We can all see the problem is, oh yeah, we all for sure see that is Jerry. I mean, I don't think that anyone is denying that when it comes to your Dallas Cowboys, Karam. Shout out to Ricky Pearsall returning. Dynasty managers rejoice. Derrick carrying 119 rushing attempts, 704 rushing yards, 5.9 yards per carry this season. Will Levis has had 125 passing attempts, 699 passing yards, 5.6 yards per attempt. My gosh. Derrick Henry on the ground has done more than Will Levis through the air. That's crazy. Oh, you guys are getting TJ Hawkinson back this week. More than likely. More than likely. Joe Mixon being back makes everyone happy. Joe Mixon being back makes everyone happy because that elevates everyone's fantasy teams. Like, especially if you're like RB heavy with bye weeks and stuff coming up, like in rolling around. Oh yeah. It's Jose again. What's good, bro? Do I do the Chase and Kraft for CD and McBride? I'm really contemplating it right now. I would do it. I would do it. I would do that. I feel like that's a much better offer from what we were talking about on the TikTok live. You know, and that was an offer, like I said, when we were ending that session over there. Absolutely, that is 10 times better of an offer. Wide receiver 1, you know, and tight end 5. You give up what, tight end 4, and he gets wide receiver 6. Like, to me, it's just yeah, that's smooth. I love it. Ravens offense is just generally unstoppable. Read options with Lamar and Henry. Then when you sell out to stop the run, play action as Flowers flies over the middle. Exactly, bro. That Ravens offense is going to continue to be stout. Little known fact: Lamar has only lost to an NFC team once ever in his career. Or no, I think he's actually undefeated against NFC, and they're playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Rumday Night Football on a doubleheader. That game's going to be electric, but Baltimore is so going to take that. Baltimore money line all the way. Well, Baltimore spread all the way, for real. Because you get better juice on the spread. But that game is going to hit the over. That game's for sure hitting the over. We have a lot of high-scoring affairs this week. We have a lot of potential high-scoring affairs. Detroit, Minnesota is going to be one. Houston, Green Bay is going to be one. Seattle, Atlanta is going to be one. I don't think that Washington, Carolina is going to be one, because I don't think that Carolina does their part of the job to make it to where that we're looking at 51.5. Right now, that game is at 51.5. That's a trap. I'm playing the under in that. That game could very well end 23-7, or that game could very well end 28-7. Like, for real. Niners Chiefs is going to be a shootout as well. So, like, we have a couple of games, and then, like I said, Baltimore Bucks is going to be a shootout. So we have a couple of games this week where if you have players in those matchups, like, just when we talk purely about matchups, I'm wanting pieces. I'm wanting to trot out those pieces. So when we talk start and sit, just as a general overall rule of thumb, if I have Lions, I'm putting my Lions out there. If I have Vikings, I'm putting my Vikings out there. You know, same thing goes with my Buccaneers, with my Ravens, you know, my Texans, my Packers, my Seahawks, my Falcons. I'm putting these guys out there. You know, Commanders I'm putting out there because that's going to be more of a one-sided scoring game, I feel. I'm putting my Chiefs, I'm putting my 49ers out there. Like, I think that those are some safe locks. I know Dodgers, we're doing the damn thing. We're doing the damn thing. We're doing this weird, you know, go hard a game, take the game off, go hard a game, you know, kind of deal. Jags first, Pats might have 30 points scored all by the Pats. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I could even flip the other way where that could all be Jags, and the Jags just dominate and put on a clinic because the Patriots are dealing with a rookie quarterback and a mid-subpar defense. Rodgers and Adams sharing the field again might make me cry. I think a lot of people are gonna enjoy that and get emotional about that. You know, even though I don't know, like Packers fans are sour about how both of them left. Packers fans were crybabies about how both those teams left. I feel like only true football, like the true football fans, are gonna be happy about that one. Real ones, no. Steelers, Jets is good ones. Relics of the old guard. I don't like Russell Wilson starting in that. I'm going to be very transparent. I'm not okay with Russell Wilson getting the start in that matchup. So I think that allows it to where the Jets can really take flight and go the fuck off. But you're really just trying to make sure that you can handle TJ Watt. You're trying to make sure you're really trying to make sure that you can handle that defense within its entirety. If I'm the Jets, I'm capitalizing off of George Pickens drops, and I'm going for tips, and I'm trying to turn those into, either interceptions, or I'm peanut punching and trying to convert those into fumbles. I'm begging them to throw to Pickens. If I'm the Jets, I could see the Jets really, really rocking out that game and utilizing that as a get back. Yeah, not happy about the Monday night doubleheader either. Cards versus Chargers on ESPN. Yeah, that one's gonna suck. Because like if you're the Chargers, you're just gonna run the ball. You're just gonna run the rock. And there's no Marvin Harrison Jr. So we're automatically probably taking a trip to Deutschland at that point. Or either we're just gonna have a serious heavy volume Michael Wilson. Like that game is probably gonna be a lot of running, if anything. I mean, Connor should be good to go. But I mean, if he's not fully healthy, then maybe we get to see a little bit of Trey Benson, but Robbie knows ways around that. our whack ass Monday night doubleheader. Yeah, no, we'll probably focus more so on one game than the other. Do Eagles go life and death with a mid team again? Yes. I'm letting it be known now. The way that I view the scripting of Eagles Giants, I really want to see what's going to happen with the full injury report. I see Eagles Giants 17-14. I could very well see that. Oh my God, I could so see that. I could very well see that. I could see 23-20. Straight up throwing it out there. I think that one's going to come down to the wire. I think that game comes down to who has the ball last. Philly having their receivers back, though, makes them a much scarier team. But Daniel Jones is playing decent enough football and has limited the turnovers where like we could be looking at the Giants pulling off an upset, and I don't like that. Like I don't like the thought of that because it makes the NFC East now like kind of a little bit more convoluted. When we talk about that middle pack of what can happen, bro, I brought this up. Crom, I hope you're still in the chat for what I'm about to say. But yeah, to kind of wrap up that conversation, I could see Eagles running neck and neck. Brother, Crom, Rodgers to Adams was my childhood. My cousins was a Packers fan. We watched the games, just magic. Yeah, see, for those type of fans, it's gonna be a memorable night. I've had ETN on the bench in a separate league for a while now. I'm trying to get anything for him. What do you have in mind? With the way that ETN is trending, we look at the production that you've been getting out of ETN. And then we complement that with the injury and turning towards doubtful. I mean, maybe you can move ETN for like talk to the panicking Achan owner. Right now, Achan owners are panicking more than what they should be. Bijan owners are panicking. you might be able to talk to them. You might be able to talk to the K9 owner because he was banged up early in the year. So people are kind of, wishy-washy. Josh Jacobs is getting utilized in every freaking trade talk possible. So, I mean, you might be able to pull that off. But yeah, ETN's value is not great. It's not great right now. It's really, really not great. Austin Eckler or Najee? Eckler. Najee had a great performance last week, but then Najee always does this weird thing where like he'll pop off like randomly for a game and like go back on the decline. So yeah. One of the things I want to bring up, Macron, I'm happy that you're still in chat. Dallas's next 5 looks fucking intense. I don't know if Dallas can win their next 5. Let me see the DM that you sent me. I told there's truth to the Giants exploring a trade for who the fuck is this guy? No, there's no truth to that. There's no truth. Who? This dude is supposed to be a Giants insider. Giants want to include Daniel Jones in a trade, which is holding up the deal. The Rams are not getting rid of Matt Stafford for Daniel Jones. That's not going to be a thing. Yeah, that he's like it's fake, isn't it? That's definitely fake. They may have made a call, but that may be like the realest part of it. Like they may have made a call and been like, "Hey, can we do this thing?" And like the Rams probably laughed at them. Like, yeah, when have we seen a starting QB get traded? Also a QB that's been balling. I mean, the record may not, be all that for the Rams, and I mean, but hell, the Rams, you get them, you get them a defense, and I mean, you're turning things around. You're not, yeah. I get that they're 1-4, but you're not doing that. Yeah, that's a Madden trade as hell. Yeah, you're not. If you're the Rams, you're not trading Stafford. You're not trading Puka. You're not trading Kyron. You're not trading any stars. And you're damn sure not bringing over Daniel Jones. Like, if you're the Rams, you're looking for defensive pieces. Honestly, if you're the Rams, the conversation that you're having with yourself is, boys, it's just been a rough season because of injuries. If we can get rid of the injury bug, we're okay. Yeah, I don't think the Rams are involved in any trade talks, brother. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But yeah, no, I was looking at when we were on TikTok earlier. I was looking at the rest of Dallas's schedule. Dallas has San Francisco, Atlanta, Philly, Houston, Washington remaining. That's their next 5. I'm going to be completely honest. I could see I could see a possible. Yeah, that's a gauntlet. I could see a possible 0-5 over your next 5. Atlanta likes to play team. You're not beating San Fran. We can get that the fuck out of here right now. We can chalk that one up as an L. Atlanta will play you close. How are you going to stop Drake London and Mooney? Eagles will play down to their competition. You can maybe win that one. You're probably not beating Houston with the way that they're clicking right now. You'll beat the Giants. Or I'm sorry, no. Well, then first you have to face the Commanders. You're not beating us. We put up too many damn points for you to be able to keep up with us. You might beat the Giants. You might beat the Bengals. You'll beat the Panthers. Bucks will beat you. You'll beat the Eagles at the end of the season because the Eagles will probably be benching their players, getting ready for the playoffs. Probably won't beat us to close out the season. Trade Kraft for Kincaid. Wait, did you just get Kraft? Did you just get Kraft? Or is this in a different league? If I have Tucker Kraft, I'm probably keeping Tucker Kraft. I'm just gonna be honest. Like Kraft is pretty damn reliable right now. And in his consistency, if you go on BigGuyFantasySports.com, if you check out our consistency guide, Kraft is one of the more consistent tight ends. Yeah, you'd be downgrading. Kincaid is tight end 12. I mean, and honestly, with Cooper now being there, Kincaid's not going to be one of those like main top reads. Whenever we talk about that offense, he was already kind of struggling to get some of the looks. When we talk about Khalil Shakur, having an influence on that offense and what Khalil Shakur had meant. There, let me just look up. Here, because let me actually just look up the consistency report because I have it. I have a whole spreadsheet. I got a whole spreadsheet. Did the trade. Nice. 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 Njoku's a top tier tight end now. Njoku's about to get 15 targets a game with Watson throwing the ball. I'm sorry, but there's other tight ends I'd rather be putting out there. That's something that I need to see. I could probably revisit. I could see myself being willing to revisit, but not right now. I can't go out there on record and be like, yeah, I want you guys starting David Njoku. Not on this YouTube channel. Maybe a different YouTuber might run and tell you that. Not this NFL analyst, bro. Not me. Not me. I'm trying to see something here. So Tucker Kraft, he's in that 33% consistency category, but he also didn't get any work from weeks 1 through 3. So Tucker Kraft's relevance, he pops on the scene in week 4, and then that's when we start really getting the emergence of Tucker Kraft. So when we look at that in a vacuum, and in that amount of time, he's jumped up to tight end 4. So looking at that in a vacuum, I want Tucker Kraft everywhere possible. Yeah, Ricky Pearsall making his return against the Chiefs. I'm excited to see how that works out. I'm excited to see how that works out. I mean, maybe they only put him out there for a couple of snaps, but I mean, fuck, like we're going to be cheering for it just because of the bounce back story, right? One question: Should I do this trade? I'm giving up King Henry. You're not doing it. I don't even have to read the rest. You're not doing it. You're not giving up Derrick Henry for Pollard and Reed. If they want Derrick Henry, they could give you Pollard, Reed, and like two more other studs. Like they can bleed their roster if they want to get Derrick Henry off of you. I mean, he's a tight end. Watson spins. Doesn't have to throw far. All of his routes are check downs. Don't need Watson to be good. I'm not. No, according to the Browns, they are leaving Watson out there. The Browns are looking at it as we're paying you, you're going out there and you're playing. Whether you suck or not. That's the way that the Browns are looking at it. Let's see here. Make sure you give us a follow, Ishner. Greatly appreciate it. We love when everyone gives us a follow and hits that like button. Also check us out on YouTube. I'm 5-1 going into this week. My team is AR Gibbs. The fact that you're 5-1 with Anthony Richardson is incredible. My team is Anthony Richardson, Gibbs, Jones, Jettis, DK, Tyreek, Evan Ingram. Traded for Tyreek today. Gave Smitty and Addison. Reek was on a 1-5 team. Figured it was a good deal to make. Tyreek doesn't get his value back until week 9. So when Tua comes back in week 9, then we start seeing, Tyreek go off. We start, seeing like a chain, get back to him, get back to himself. I would love it if you're 5-1 with Anthony Richardson, you could probably upgrade your quarterback. You could probably convince somebody, hey, look, I'm 5-1 and I've had Anthony Richardson. He'll lead you to, starting to win some games too. He's not. He's not. But yeah, I've had Richardson on my bench after week 1. Fields since then traded him for Dak. Dak is on a bye this week, so you're playing AR. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. That makes a lot more sense. I was like, you were starting Anthony Richardson and won 5 games? It's wild. Like, you would have been the first person in history, like of 2024 that would have had that scenario. Okay, cool. No, good. Then you're playing solid fantasy football. Yeah. Once Tyreek comes back, you'll have a little bit better value, but yeah, right now is not the time that I'd even be putting Tyreek in lineups. Dolphins are probably going to get smacked around by the Colts. Like if there's a game where the Colts can really smack a team around and feel good about themselves, it's got to be this one against Miami. You got Miami with starting Snoop Huntley at quarterback at the Loud House. Got to go off. Reek is such insane league-winning upside. I figured I could get him on the low. I mean, that's probably the fairest price you could have paid. I mean, especially when we talk about Jordan Addison, right? I mean, his value is going to get affected whenever C.J. Hawkinson steps back into the lineup. DeVonta Smith, he's always going to be the 2 to A.J. Brown. I mean, he's already kind of missed some games. So are you still going to get that, potential 1,000-yard receiving upside out of him? Maybe not this year. I like the trade for when Tua comes back. When Tua comes back, it'll be a bet. I'm in a 12-man where top 7 make the playoffs. So I was looking. So there's a play-in game. Week 14 is a play-in game. So I was looking at it from that point of view. Yeah, I mean, it's really just about. It's really just about how does that offense look with Tua back? And then if Miami can win enough games between now and the fantasy playoffs to where if they even trot out Tyreek those last couple of weeks, so that one I'm always cautious about Tyreek with the quarterback situation, and then also how they choose to play him and manage him down the stretch of the rest of the season. What's up, Conifer? Give us a follow. Hit that like button. We greatly appreciate it. Show us some love. Check us out on YouTube as well. Breece Hall or Jahmyr Gibbs, who's better fantasy-wise in a PPR league? I am rolling Gibbs everywhere. I'm rolling Gibbs everywhere. Gibbs is also untradeable. I said this during the TikTok live that we did earlier, where I was helping those guys out. Gibbs and Monty are two untradeable pieces. I even have fantasy teams where I have both of them, and I start both of them every week, and I whoop ass every week. Gibbs and Monty are league winners. They are going to win you championships. The Detroit Lions are going to win you fantasy championships. I'm keeping that backfield. If I'm looking to trade one out of those two, and if I have both of them, Breece Hall, I'm sorry, you're the one that's going to go because I'm not good. I'm not unloading Gibbs. I'm not unloading Gibbs. In order for me to unload Gibbs, they better be offering me like Justin Jefferson. Sorry. It is what it is. Swift has been good for the Bears. Yes. Yeah, DeAndre Swift has been damn good for the Bears. He turned it around. He definitely, for damn sure, turned it around. As long as Tua comes back between weeks 8 through 10, I figure I'll be chilling. He has to come back, and he has to come back healthy. He can't take any more hits. My team put up 77 last week, having two Vikings playing starting usually. Both were on bye last week, and everyone else, including Dak, busted. Yeah, that won't happen every week. That won't happen every week. I wouldn't panic. I wouldn't panic too much about last week. You had some buys, like you said, your Vikings guys were out. That's always a big piece, with how productive that offense is. Yeah, I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't worry. Dak got ragdolled. Dak could potentially get ragdolled the rest of the way down this stretch. He's going to have to really play his ass off to show and prove that was a fluke. And I don't know if that was a fluke for Dak. What up, Matt? Guess who dropped Rico for Chubb? Bro, if you dropped Rico Dowdle for Chubb, I love you. Yes. Get Rico Dowdle off your lineups. He's not rosterable. Rico Dowdle's not rosterable. I love that for you. If Pearsall gets the snaps and the targets, do I pick him up in free agency? Pearsall's not going to get the snaps and the targets. I'm not even gonna build you up for that outlook. You got to look at everyone else that's in front of Pearsall, right? So like all the other mouths that have to be fed, and all the other mouths that are getting paid big money to be fed. Debo, Kittle, Ayuk. That backfield's going to get fed, with Mason, and maybe they throw Garindo out there, if Mason isn't, maybe not fully healthy, but they still run him to some degree, right? Then, Jawan Jennings is still going to also run out there and get his. It's pure Ricky Pearsall. I'm just going to be honest. We love that he's back out at practice, and it would be great for him to go out there and, maybe get like 3 targets. But he's not getting any more than that. He's just so much lower on the depth chart. I mean, they got Jacob Counting out there as the punt returner, So, like, do you even get, like, punt return yards out of, or kick return yards out of Pearsall? Like, I'm just sorry. I would love it because it'd be a great story. The Vikings-Lions game this week is about to make or break my weekend. I have Vikings defense, and I benched Vikings defense. I'm playing Packers defense, so, I mean, it ain't going to be a whole hell of a lot better. Like, I have both Vikings and Packers defense in that league where, and yeah, if you're streaming either of those defenses this week, good fucking luck. Good luck. But they're also too valuable to go out there and just drop. So it's like, do your thing. Like type of vibes. What do I think of you trading CMC for Deontay Johnson, Swift, and Olave? Deontay's on the Panthers. I mean, probably like the only consistent piece. Has a stable floor, but not stable enough to just. You get Swift. Olave's concussed and has been like on and off, hot and cold, boom or bust throughout the year. I kind of just feel like this purchase, like the only thing you're getting out the deal really is Swift and like some stable floor pieces. I feel like this person's just like, hey, do you want my stuff? Like, what's your record? Like, if you have an okay record, no, I'm probably not doing it. If you're like 1-5, okay, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, run the gambit, bro. But like, if you're 3-3 with the chance of like making the playoffs, probably would wait till CMC comes back in November, throw him out there in my lineup, and have him go out there and get me into the playoffs. It is to a point where I could start both Kelsey and Brock in flex. I mean, I probably wouldn't start 2 tight ends at flex just because that position is not, there's no value there, right? And starting 2 tight ends, like I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. Brock would always be the start for me. But I mean, I like that you can have that situation because I like that up until the trade deadline, which is usually week 11, week 12 for most leagues, you can at least let Kelsey keep building value, and then you could trade Kelsey away for some important pieces for the playoffs. JSN, Flowers, Brock, choose 2. JSN and Brock all day. JSN and Brock all day for me. Pearsall's like wide receiver 4 or 5, dog. Ain't no shot it's worth picking him up. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. We could save our fab. We could save our waiver picks. Go Lions in that game. Oof, tough. I'm kind of enjoying what Minnesota is putting out. You know, I don't know if I want Minnesota's reign to end yet, but I kind of agree with you. Like the Lions are. That game's going to come down to who has the ball last. I'm not even putting that game on my slip. Like I'll probably won't be betting that game. That game will probably just be a straight up SGP of nothing but props with no spreads, no money lines. Like the only thing I'm probably playing in that game is going to be the over. You're streaming the Rams defense this week. I think I had actually. Let me see. I think I actually was thinking about streaming the Rams this week. Let me double check something. Against Vegas. Oh yeah, I'd stream the Rams this week. I would stream the Rams this week for damn sure. Quentin Johnson, Mostert, or Chubb. Oh God, that's an ugly situation to be in. Those are really all of our options. Miami's not going to be able to put up enough points to justify starting Mostert. You're relying on the Chargers to be able to have the ability to push the ball downfield in that one, which, I mean, Herbert could. I feel like I'd rather Chubb and Quentin Johnson. Like, the Bengals could very well go out there and smack Cleveland around, to be honest. Like, I don't get how Cleveland can contain all those weapons offensively for the Bengals. You're literally gonna in that Browns Bengals game for both fantasy managers that are utilizing Chubb, but then Browns fans out there. In order for you to stand a chance at a positive outcome, you're needing Cleveland to get the ball first and open up the game with the ball first and open up with the run. It has to be a game of we're going to keep the ball out of Joe Burrow's hands. So just pound the rock. Just feed you. Just feed Chubb. Just run with the Chubb all day. All day. To Aiden's point earlier, maybe you incorporate the dink and dunk with Njoku underneath. Jerry Jeudy now being the most reliable set of hands in that receiving room is ass. But yeah. I do not like Tank Bigsby any week. Tank Bigsby last year averaged 2.3 yards per carry. He had the one game where he averaged 8.3, 9.3 yards per carry, some shit like that, and then went back to being himself. I don't like Tank Bigsby. Left out Madison. Probably weren't going to start Madison in the first damn place. Stefanski wants to abuse Chubb. I know it. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what they're going to do. That's exactly what they're going to do, bro. Come on, Dodgers. Pull this the fuck off. Let's get this dub. Let's get the dub, Dodgers. Appreciate everybody that has hit that like button. You guys are the realest. Oh, yeah. I don't think they would have made the Amari Cooper trade if they weren't going to put Chubb out there. Straight up. I think they made the Amari Cooper trade because it was like, fuck it. Like, realistically. Because that is pretty much, at this point, their best opportunity to go out there and win football games. The best opportunity to go out there and win football games is to just run the rock. Because that's your best player on your team is Nick Chubb. Unless you throw out Jameis Winston at quarterback to actually be able to push the ball downfield with at least a fraction, like just a little bit of accuracy. You know, at least Winston has some heart. At least Winston isn't going out there freaking dejected because he can't get massages any damn more. Like, unlike Deshaun Watson. So, yeah, Chubb is definitely itching to play. They need to put in Winston, but the Browns aren't going to, according to the Browns. Everything that's coming out of that organization, the way that they're handling that situation is, Watson, we're paying you. We're paying you all this money. You're going to go out there, whether you like it or not. Mr. E, what's good? I get Nico Collins, Garrett Wilson, James Cook, Brandon Aubrey. I give Jamar Chase, Kenneth Walker, Evan McPherson. I already have Tyreek Hill, Jonathan Taylor, and have JSN at flex. I'm 4-2. They're 1-5. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to keep it real with you, Mr. E. They can stay 1-5. They can stay 1-5. You're not giving up wide receiver one. We don't wait for a Nico or an injured Nico right now. You know, although even while injured, Nico is still top 5 wide receivers in the league in fantasy right now. You're not giving up wide receiver one for an injured Nico. Kenneth Walker for James Cook. Cook is dealing with turf toe right now. He could end up being a game time decision, and they end up throwing out Ray Davis. So then, like, you end up getting screwed there. Nah, dude. Nah, the Garrett Wilson has to now fight for targets with Devontae Adams. Like, nah. I would give it all for you. You would, because you're a Texans fan. Let's preference that. Okay, for you, Matt. You're a Texas fan, so of course. Yeah, bro. I'm here to help Mr. E, and I don't even want to put you through that. Respect for the Star Wars Abby, by the way. I don't know if you can see like my little stormtrooper right here. You dig? And then also I got Luke and Han right there. When was Winston even benched? Like, when was his last start? Shit's crazy. Winston's last start was forever ago. Forever ago. Oh God. I can't remember. I cannot remember. Hell yeah, much respect, bro. Appreciate it. Feel free to give us a subscribe and also give us a like. Alrighty. So that wraps up our AMA session. You guys can DM me. I will be taking questions at Rumboyz Robbie on Twitter, Rumboyz Fantasy Network. You guys can search us on Instagram and TikTok if you want us to answer questions through there, if that's the social media that you use. And yeah. Tomorrow, play-by-play will be live for the game. We usually go live about 15 to 20 minutes before kickoff. So we'll be live for that to answer any up-to-the-minute questions. I also will be live tomorrow during the day on TikTok Live, answering some more questions for you guys during the afternoon time as well. So a couple of different places, a couple of different locations you can find us, to where we're always going to be providing services, trying to make sure that we help as many people as possible go out there, win cash, win trophies. If you tuned into last week's AMA session, even if you go back and you look at the shorts from last week, the highlights from last week's AMA session, the advice that I'm giving and the way that I'm helping folks, we're winning. Last week when we found out about James Cook having Turto, what did I come on air and I said? You know what? If Cook is out, you're going to play Ray Davis. You're going to go and you're going to grab Ray Davis. You're going to play him. While other analysts were telling people to go and get Ty Johnson, we helped our followers win. That's what we're here for. That's what we care about. We care about helping you guys win cash and trophies. It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. Be sure to hit that like button if you have not already. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Share the content. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Dilly dilly. We'll be lit tomorrow night.